Good. Okay. Welcome to the Board of Selectmen's meeting of November 25th, 2019. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First item is to conduct the property tax classification hearing. We have a public hearing notice. The Mendon Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on property tax classification Monday, November 25th, 2019 at 6 p.m. in the Upper Town Hall Meeting Room. There will be several policy decision alternatives discussed by those present before selectmen determine the guidelines to be established for allocating the percentage of the tax burden for residential, commercial, industrial, and personal property. Interested taxpayers may present written testimony by 4 p.m. on November 25th, 2019 to the Selectman's office. Oral testimony may be given at the hearing but will be limited to 3 minutes per taxpayer. Information on classification may be obtained from the Assessor's office in the Town Hall. I'll accept a motion to open the hearing.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Sue Edmonds, and I am the chair of the Assessors, the Board of Assessors. And with me is Ken O'Brien, one of our assessors, and our assessor, Jean Berthold. And I'd like to thank Jean for putting all this information together for us for this hearing. So I'll start out with the Mendon's tax recap for classifications for fiscal 2020. The levy for fiscal 2020 is $15,840,15840,333. That sounds better because I can't. Okay. Yeah. And additional, the FY20 debt exclusion, that includes the school, land, library, fire, and police stations, is $1,065,581. So the total levy for fiscal 2020 is $1,690,514. And new growth for this year, for 2020, was $258,707. And now the fiscal 20 taxable value is $1 billion. Okay, I apologize. $1,008,982,2700. And in fiscal 19, the taxable value was $967,407,830. Increase in taxable valuation is 41574,870. Now, the percentage share of evaluation, residential at the moment is 883836%, commercial has 6.2359%, industrial has 0.3829%, and personal property is 4.9976%. Now, at a factor of 1, which result in a tax rate of $16.75 for all classes. And then the average value of a single-family home at Mendon at the moment is $424,000. And this reflects an approximate 4.5 increase in the value from fiscal 2019 valuations. So overall town-wide annual reevaluation resulted in the approximate 4.5 increase in valuation of residential properties and approximately 2% for commercial. So what has happened since last year, when the $400,000 home was taxed at 16.74, and now that same home is up to $418,000 for fiscal 20 because of the 4.5 valuation increase. So if we tax that home at $418,000 times 16.75 equals 7001.50, and a CPA of 159.80 equals 7,161.30 for the tax for fiscal 20. Now, also that means an increase of $314.64 from fiscal 2019. Now, another example, if $500,000 house was in fiscal 19, it's risen now to $522,000. That times 16.75 for fiscal 20 equals $8,751.81, and a CPA of 213.31 for a total of $8,965.19. And that would be an increase of $394.31. Now, we'll go down to debt exclusion. Okay, so these are all the things that are taken out of the tax bill. Land purchase, which is a Pheno and the fire station, it's 26 cents per thousand. The clough renovation, which we're still paying on, is 36 cents per thousand. The Misco Hill green repair is 0.7 cents per thousand. The library purchase and renovation is 0.20 cents per thousand, and the police station at the moment is 0.18 per thousand. So the cost of the debt exclusion equals $107 per thousand. $1.07 per thousand, thank you. And that's the single tax rate. Do we need to talk about the dual tax rate? All right, so for a dual tax rate for fiscal 2020, a 150% shift, total evaluation in class 3, 4, and 5 equals 117,207,808. Share that can be shifted equals 1,16164% times 150% equals 1,74246%. Residential amount to be raised is 1,699,460.22 times 82.5754%, which is the residential factor, and it will be 13,955,62.63. So totaling, if it was resulting in a tax of 15.65, correct? Okay. The CIP amount to be raised would be 16900 460.22 times 17.4246. The CIP share would be 2,944,837.59. So the total value for CIP would be 117,207,808, resulting in a tax rate of 2512. Correct? Okay. So the difference between the commercial rate, which would be 2512, and the commercial rate of 1565 is a $9.47 difference. So the average home commercial valuation of $424,000, saving to the residential would be $479. It'd be $477.09. This is with the CPA included. Additional cost to commercial would be $3,655.35 with the CPA included. Now, we're talking about the shifts. At 110% shift, residential would be saving $95.42, and for commercial, they would be up to $729.32. Under the 100% shift, we discussed residential would be saving $8.48, and the additional cost to commercial would be $74.24. Anything else?
Okay.
Any questions?
I don't think so.
Is that taxable valuation increase standard per year, or is it like bigger this year than past years? I feel like it's
It's been about the same.
been about the same.
The last few years, yeah.
But it is the first time in the town's history, I
That was
think.
something I was going to bring up.
Oh, I'll skip.
Oh.
I just noticed it.
Is it after we vote or
Yeah,
before?
yeah.
Yeah, Jean's going to have a few comments afterwards.
Okay. Doesn't affect our decision, right?
No.
I would imagine.
Not at all.
Okay, there were no, I assume there were no submitted
Nobody had
comments.
asked.
So we're paying
any
more, a
questions.
penny more per thousand than last year,
But the values went up, so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that, yeah.
4.5%.
Okay.
I move to close the FY '20 property tax classification hearing.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm assuming we're gonna go
I
with the
would,
same.
I
oh,
would think
sorry.
you have to vote within the hearing. You have to vote to either make it a single or a dual tax rate.
Right, after the hearing or during the hearing? Only because the,
Usually it's been after.
by order hearing. I moved to, there was the next one. I moved to adopt a single tax rate for the town of Mendon for FY '20.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You also have to vote on whether or not you want to adopt a residential exemption and a
Yeah.
small commercial exemption.
Usually.
I moved to not, oh, wait a minute,
Do not
not adopt?
You do not.
Right.
I moved to not adopt a residential exemption for FY '20.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I moved to not adopt a small commercial exemption for FY '20.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Floor is yours.
Good. So as Ken was going to say, but I wanted to be able to say it. First time in Mendon history that the taxable valuation in Mendon has reached over $1 billion. We're now at
Wow.
$1,008,982,700. So that's significant for Mendon. Secondly, and this, without trying to get too complicated, we didn't make budget this year. In order for us to comply with DOR regulations with estimated receipts, we were actually in the hole about $16,000 with this.
Okay?
So that's a decision within the purview of our office. So, you know, we didn't ask you to go back to town meeting / because we felt comfortable enough to what we did is we lowered the overlay. And we had to lower it not by 16, but actually by 24. Because we needed that $5,453.78. That's excess levy, but it's not available because it's actually rounded. You know, when you're talking about $19 million, you need a few thousand for the pennies to come out right.
Fair enough.
So we did lower the overlay by about $24,000 in order to make budget. And we felt comfortable doing that because the large serial filer that we've had over the last few years, this office was able to negotiate a good settlement with him. And moving forward, I don't believe they'll be filing again. The AT&T and the other DOR cases have been resolved. So we should not be getting any more of those from the utility companies. And also, I'd just like to say that the treasurer collector and her staff has done an excellent job in collecting, better than I've ever seen before. So her collection rate is very good. She's collected a lot of old personal property accounts that some other collectors would have asked me to abate. So their office has done a great job in collecting, and that's another reason why we would have overlay. So that's it.
Are there any pending litigation with your office at this point now, or has that all been
None
Yep.
resolved?
that we know of. I mean,
Well,
again,
right.
the actual tax bills will go out at the end of December. See who files.
Mhm.
We had another instance that happened this year, and the reason why people are paying a little bit more in their taxes is about 5 years ago, one of the major utility companies reported an extreme amount of new growth. At that time, I did call that utility company and said, wow, you know, didn't realize you were in Mendon doing all of this, and they assured me that that number was correct. This year, 5 years later, and they were constantly reporting this big number. This year, it was reported much smaller, back to where they were 6 years ago. At which point, I called the company and said, there's no way you depreciated or
Yep.
got rid of that much equipment in town. What happened? Well, come to find out 5 years ago, that was a big mistake on their part, to the tune of $85,000 a year that they had paid us for 5 years. I did tell the DOR we were setting values because, of course, it came up, why does your personal property drop so much? And I had to tell them, and it actually went up to the head of the DOR to make a determination as to whether or not to lower our levy. And because it had been repeated for 5 years in a row, they determined that our levy would not have to be lowered. So that could have created a big problem for us at that point.
So what do we do for the overpayment? Are you saying that we had to give it back to them? Is it?
No, they cannot recoup any of that money. But moving forward, you had a levy of, you had an 85,000 gap that they were no longer paying.
No, I
That
understand.
gets distributed.
I'm just so if somebody reports incorrectly and overpays, that's just poor baby on
Unless they
them.
file for an abatement.
Yeah, right.
Within that 30-day window after they receive it, it's gone.
Well, you only have 30 days to file an abatement. Okay. Got it. And that's personal property?
Just like we couldn't go back, if we found out there was a house in town for a few years that we had not collected taxes on, we could not go back to that person and say, you owe us 3
Sure.
years of taxes. We would just have to move forward. So it goes the same thing with an abatement.
And this was personal property tax for that business?
Yes.
I get it. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay?
very good.
So we're all
You good?
set?
Yes, thank you.
All right, again, I'd like to thank Jean for doing a good job.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you
So
for
if
all
you
the
can
work.
just go into Gateway and
got
sign
them right
that
here.
LA5
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have them both.
electronically. This is as of last year, the DOR is clamped down on signatures. They want everything done electronically, so they want the selectmen to sign. The assessors now have to sign electronically, where before they would just let me sign.
Oh, I got it.
So it just takes one town making mistakes for all of us to have to pay for it. So.
Well, at least it's electronic, right? I
But
suppose.
that's okay, you know, they don't mind doing that, right?
Nope.
Great.
Great, thank you, guys.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, I have, I've got Lonnie's up, so I'll just bring my laptop down here. So if we go. Check to get signature. I see here.
Oh,
Oh, that's important.
Very important.
all right.
Check to add signature? Maybe, I don't know.
Isn't that what I just did?
Oh,
Take the whole site.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not-
No, it's fine, but I'm just gonna,
Yes,
while we
okay.
wait. I move to enter into executive session under Purpose 2, Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2, to conduct contract negotiations with non-union personnel, police chief and town administrator.
Not police chief, I'm sorry.
Oh,
That was a mistake
You're
on my
right,
part.
just town administrator.
Correct.
Roll call vote is needed. We will reconvene only to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Tenio, aye.
Real aye. Thank you.